Hello. Welcome to today's training as part of the Not So Wimpy Teacher Experience. We are loving these daily trainings, and we have had so much fun with you guys through the entire month of July. Today's training is going to be so useful as you're thinking ahead for your new school year, starting to plan for those instructional elements you're going to want to focus on. Today's is going to be great for my reading teachers. You're going to love it. But so glad you guys are here today, and so grateful that you've been joining us every day for the Not So Wimpy Teacher Experience. You guys have been amazing, and I've loved getting to hang out with you. So much fun. Love seeing you guys in the comments already. Good morning. I'm doing great, Angie. Thank you for asking. I hope you're good too. Tell me where you guys are watching from this morning. Tell me where you're watching from. Thousand Oaks, California. Good morning. Hello. I love it now that we've really done that. This is our third week of doing these. I love recognizing these faces and these names. You guys have been so great to chat with through this whole month. Northern Kentucky, good morning. In Ohio, Texas, Idaho, Northern California, Pocatello, Idaho, Tecumseh, Central Illinois, Kansas, Boston, Oregon. You guys are watching from all over, and we are so glad you are here with us. So if you don't know what we're talking about today, we are enjoying, celebrating, partying with the Not So Wimpy Teacher Experience. So if you are tuning in for the first time, the Not So Wimpy Teacher Experience is through the entire month of July. We are doing free daily trainings every single weekday through the month of July. And it has been so much fun talking with you guys, working with you guys, sharing great ideas with you. So our calendar is available. We have a quick email sign up at notsowimpyteacher.com/experience. That's a great way for you to get on that email list, so you'll have those regular reminders of the content we have coming up. So we have today, we have tomorrow, we have Friday, and I'm enjoying this week because this week is really useful things in your classroom that aren't super subject specific. Last week, we really focused on writing. Next week, we're really focusing on math. This week is a fun selection of things kind of across the board that are going to help you in your classroom, help your planning, help your instruction, and more than anything, help your students. So if you aren't already signed up for the Not So Wimpy Teacher Experience, make sure you are. Let's see who else is here with us today. Michigan, Maryland, California, Oklahoma, upstate New York, Indiana, Boynton Beach, Florida. Ooh, Nicole is watching from Hawaii, Montreal, New Jersey, Sioux City, Iowa, Spokane, Washington. Wonderful. We are so glad to have you guys here today. And if you watched with us yesterday, or any other day this week, yesterday or Monday, this week is birthday week. We have been celebrating Jamie's birthday all week long because you know what's better than a single day to celebrate? A whole week to celebrate. So we are celebrating Jamie's birthday all week long with some fantastic celebrations. One of the biggest celebrations is the fact that the entire Not So Wimpy Teacher store is 20% off. The entire store. So any resource we've mentioned in our lives, our year-long bundles of resources, centers activities, curriculum tools, writing units, every single thing in the TPT store is 20% off. So you can scan this QR code, and the team is dropping the link in the comments. Now is the time to grab those resources. The sale is running through today and through tomorrow. It ends Thursday night at midnight. So make sure you grab all those goodies from our Not So Wimpy Teacher TPT store to get what you want. It's so nice that we get to do this with you guys before the school year gets started, because this is an awesome opportunity to get ready for a school year. Also, to continue the birthday fun, we have 10 giveaways today. So make sure you stay with me through our whole live. We have 10 different giveaways, and some of them are super, super fun things. Some of my favorite things to get to give away to you guys. So make sure you keep watching and waiting for prizes, because what's a birthday without a great present, you know? Wonderful. So glad you guys are here, because today we are talking about a simple close reading routine. And I think this is a great time of year to talk about this, because we're starting to think about our schedules. We're starting to think about how we're going to run our systems in our classroom, where we want to focus our energy for our readers. So talking about close reading is fantastic today, because this is a system that we highly suggest you find time for in your day in the classroom, because close reading is such an amazing skill set to be practicing with your students. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's start talking about our simple close reading routine that we know is going to make a difference for your readers. So first things first, what is close reading? What is it? It is the repeated reading and discussion of a text that's designed to deepen student comprehension. That's the goal. We are trying to deepen our students' ability to read a text, analyze a text, write about a text, and understand the text. And I mean, when you put it like that, all of that sounds fantastic, right? That's what we want our readers to be doing. And the reason I think a lot of people don't already have a system of close reading instruction running in their classrooms is because it is, at least in South Carolina, where I'm working off of those standards, there aren't standards that are specifically aimed at close reading. Close reading is more of our goal at the end. After you've taught all those standards, you want your students to be able to participate in that close reading activity. But who says we can't teach our students how to do this early in the year and continue to review and work on these skills and all of the things they're going to need to do to be a successful close reader? Because y'all, close reading, that's what we want our kids doing every single time they read. Every time they're reading, we want them to be close reading. So let's teach them how. Let's instruct them on how to be a great close reader. Alrighty, so the whole purpose of close reading, our whole reasoning behind this, is that we want our students to focus on a text by examining it and really digging into the meaning. That's what it's all about, digging into the meaning behind the text. And close reading really helps our students to become stronger, independent readers. When we are practicing these skills and we're digging into these strategies that our students need, they're building that independence. And think about it. If you practice riding a bike long enough, eventually you're going to be able to do it by yourself. If we practice our close reading long enough, students are going to start bringing these skills into their independent reading. And it can make really, really powerful changes for your students. Think about the last time your kids read a passage. I do a lot of passage work with science and social studies in my classroom because I try and get that literacy in all of my subjects. But think about how often your students read the passage on fossils and then you start asking them questions about it and they can't really tell you much about what they read, or they can give you answers, but those answers are not being backed up by strong evidence from the text. You know they read it, but it's really obvious that they need to dig deeper. They need to build a deeper understanding. So working with close reading, that is the problem we are trying to solve. And I promise this is going to make a difference in your classroom. Close reading helps kids learn how to answer these questions. What does the text say? How does it say it? What does it mean? And why is it important? I love how broad those questions are, because we know we have to hit those standards, we have to hit those expectations for your students, but think about how those standards fit under each of these questions. These questions can go in so many different directions. They work great for so many different subject areas and topics that your students could be reading about. And these are those big ideas that we want our students to walk away from something that they've read having answers to. This is what close reading is all about. I know you guys are ready to learn more about close reading, but first, we're going to do a little celebrating. We're going to do a little gift giving. I want to know, do you prefer ice cream or cake? What is your birthday treat of choice? Ice cream or cake? Tell me in the comments. I have some prizes to share with you guys this morning. What do you prefer, ice cream or cake? All right. Wow, you guys are already here. Okay, first winner of the day, Stephanie Johnson. She prefers cake. Let's see what prize we're going to set you up with, Stephanie. Oh, it's so convenient when my little prizes land right at my feet. All right, Stephanie loves cake. And Stephanie today is getting a TPT gift card. So Stephanie, what you need to do, you need to email our team, jamie@notsowimpyteacher.com, so they can hook you up with your TPT gift card. And you know, I heard that the Not So Wimpy Teacher store is on sale this week, so it might be a great opportunity to snag some goodies. Congrats, Stephanie. All right, let's see who else. What do we like, cake or ice cream? I think I like them both. Oh, and so does Samantha. Awesome, Samantha. You're our second winner today. Oh, goodness. Let's pop and see what your prize is going to be. Oh, where'd it go? I heard it. So I have a laundry hamper of balloons beside me. And so there's a really good chance yours just shot down into my laundry hamper. It did. Okay, let's see what your prize is, Samantha. Oh, awesome. Samantha, you are also getting a TPT gift card. Make sure you email the team, jamie@notsowimpyteacher.com, so they can hook you up with your gift card. Congratulations. All right. What else do we like? Cake and ice cream. Ice cream cake. Yes, that's like the best of both worlds. What else do you guys like? We got to stop asking food questions. I end up so hungry by the end of these because we always are asking about food. All right. Naomi likes cake and Naomi likes prizes. Let's see what we're going to set you up with today, Naomi. Oh, I heard it. Ha. All right, Naomi, you are the winner of this one's really fun to give out. You are the winner of the Not So Wimpy Teacher Cup. So don't worry, we have one more of these to give away today. The Not So Wimpy Teacher Cup. It's this beautiful teal color. It's the Arctic brand with the nice little flippy flip on the top, and it fits a straw really easily. I normally use mine with a straw, and I'm telling you, this will keep your ice like cold, like solid ice all day long. I live in South Carolina. I can leave this sucker in my car and my drink is still going to be nice and cold. This is such a fun prize. And Naomi, you're going to have one coming your way really soon. Make sure you email the team, jamie@notsowimpyteacher.com, so they can set you up with your cup. And Naomi, when you send that email, make sure you include your address in there as well. Congrats. All right, I have one more prize to give away right now. And let's send it over to Tim. Tim likes cake. All righty, Tim. Let's see what your prize is going to be today. All right, and Tim, you are going to get the second Not So Wimpy Teacher Cup. Awesome. Congrats, Tim. Make sure you email the team, jamie@notsowimpyteacher.com. Make sure you include your shipping address as well, and they will set you up with your cup. Fantastic. Well, don't worry if you guys didn't win in this round. I have plenty of other balloons in here with prizes for you guys. So much fun. Love the celebration. Alrighty, guys, let's dig back in to close reading. We like cake, we like ice cream, and we like close reading. And we love a routine around here. You know that is not anything new coming from Not So Wimpy Teacher. We love a routine, and our students love a routine. So this is something that we love to introduce and then continue to do with our students. We want to continue to reinforce these skills, and we want this to be something that students become really comfortable with. Remember, the more we practice, the more comfortable they are going to get with the skills. So the first step in a solid close read is your first read. And there's a few things we focus on in a first read. First and foremost, we love students to number the passage. So whether it's segmented into paragraphs, stanzas, whatever we're working with, number the passage. And the reason we do this is because a lot of times comprehension questions will refer to a very specific place in the passage. Think about how often you've given questions that say in paragraph 2, how was the character described? And you see your students just immediately answer the question. You don't see them flipping back to check paragraph 2. So that tells us that's a skill we need to teach and train. So by teaching your students to number the passages, you need to go back and make sure your students are using that skill. So we number the passage, and then when we come to questions, which is later on in our steps, students already have really quick access. Oh, paragraph 3, I know exactly where that was because I took the time to number my passages. So on your first read, students are going to want to read the passage carefully. And we want students to be thinking about the passage as they read. That is so important that our students are not just reading, just zooming through it to get finished. We want to model for our students that we are really thinking deeply about what we're reading. And when we are setting these expectations for our students, a lot of teacher modeling is going to make a big difference in the passage. Ooh, Becca says, when you say number the passages, are we giving each center a number, each sentence a number, or each paragraph? Becca, we typically with a close read, you're going to have paragraphs. That's the most common structure. So we suggest numbering paragraphs. However, a lot of times on like assessments, you'll see where every line is numbered or sentences are numbered. You can make that decision based on your students' needs and your assessment goals for them. But typically we like to say number your paragraphs. So you're going to model your thinking out loud for students. You're going to want to really, really talk through the kind of thinking, because that's where students will start to say, oh, that's what is happening in my head too, but I'm hearing it out loud. I'm hearing my teacher say these questions that I'm kind of starting to think. And it's really helpful for the students who are not doing that kind of thinking while they're reading. They'll start to hear those questions and they're going to start asking themselves those same questions. So some examples of the modeling you can do out loud. So we've numbered our paragraphs and we have started reading in this whole group. We're modeling together. We're practicing the skills together. So maybe you're going to stop and say, what is the author saying here? What is the author trying to tell the reader? You could stop at words that we know are going to be trickier for our students and say, what does this word mean? You can model maybe the use of some context clues. I wonder why he or she said that, or what is the main idea of this passage. So these are the kind of concepts that we want to be modeling out loud for our students as we're teaching them this first read process. Then we're going to get into our second read. The step 2 is super important because this is where we're going to reread the passage and it's where we're going to mark up the text. I just saw a question zip through about annotating, and yes, this is where you're going to want to annotate the text. So I love the idea of teaching students to just automatically read it twice. Think about how often, even as adults, you have to read things twice to really get the gist of what it's talking about. We can expose our students to that concept and just build that expectation. Oh, when we read something, we take the time, we read it twice. On the second read, that's the time that you're going to want students to really start annotating. Maybe we're going to break out the highlighters, or if you want students to use a specific color as they mark things. Again, this is about making this work for you and your students and what they can handle. 5th graders will be ready to do a lot more annotating than 2nd or 3rd graders will. But you're going to want to mark that passage up as you read. Some things I like to do, I love to have my students always find the title and make a note out to the side about like the connection they might have to the title or how the title connects to the text. That's a really great nonfiction skill that you can practice in close reading, connecting that title back to the text. You want your students to maybe mark unfamiliar words, interesting details, or things that they're really possibly confused by in the text. I think it's a really important skill for our students to be able to recognize things that are confusing to them. So on that second read, that's where we are digging back into our content and marking up our passage. All righty, step 3. This is where we dig deeper with our discussion, our questions, and our analysis. And you're going to see in the resource I'm going to be talking about a little later, we have these questions and activities set up for you. The Not So Wimpy Teacher, seasonal close reading passages have all of this kind of built right in, which is so quick and easy to implement. But the whole goal of close reading is teaching our students to build a deeper understanding. And so we actually have to push into that with our kids. We have to make sure our students are showing what they understand, showing where their comprehension is. So if you are working on specific comprehension passages, so maybe you have a reading curriculum and they give you passages that they want you to work with, you can use that passage in a close read setting. If they have provided questions, make sure that they're questions that are really digging deep and asking our students to not only show what they understood about the text, but analyze a text. If you are planning an activity, think about something that students can use to extend. Think about an activity that students can do to maybe organize what they read. So maybe a thinking map or a writing prompt that's going to help them extend their understanding of the content. All right, a few questions I'm seeing from you guys. Yes, we do have a set of symbols that we provide for students in those seasonal reading passages that make it really easy. And I typically print it as an anchor chart and just have it displayed in my classroom for students to refer to. And then when we get to this point, if we're doing an activity in whole group or small group, students can refer back to those annotation marks. Patricia says sometimes students would annotate on first read and not want to read again. Ideas. Ooh, Patricia, my favorite solution for this is a hands-off first read. We say pencils down, passages up, and they hold it with both hands. So they cannot write on it because their hands are busy holding their passage. Sarah's curriculum has a text, but it's really, really long. Sarah, could you segment it in a few different days? Pull a few different sections out and work with those. That might work better for your readers, depending on how much reading they can really do. All right, let's keep going. So we've done step 1, first read, step 2, second read, step 3, that extension task. So that graphic organizer, those comprehension questions, digging in. All right, so here's what our routine looks like really in the classroom. We suggest day 1, you're going to read, you're going to reread, and then you're going to mark up the text. So we're doing step 1 and step 2. We're reading it once, reading it a second time, marking up the text. On day 2, we're going to reread, and then we're going to answer the comprehension questions that go with the passage that we worked in. Day 3 is where you might want to complete a standards-based extension activity to deepen that understanding. So day 3 might be that day where you're doing that graphic organizer. It might be the day where you're completing a timeline that goes with the text. Day 4, you are going to really build on that writing. You're going to construct a written response using text evidence. And we have those included in our resource. I see you guys commenting on my dogs. I am so sorry. I think someone just put a package on my front porch, which is why they're so upset. I'm sorry that they're making your puppas bark too, but thanks for sticking it out with me. So here is our suggested close reading routine. If you don't have your time in your day to do this in whole group, Think about ways that you can make a close reading routine work really well in small groups or in your readers workshop in those station rotations. Maybe you just take one day a week and that's where you're doing the day one, read, reread, mark up the text. Day two, they could answer comprehension questions. And then when they come to you later in the week for small group, maybe you can go over the questions that they answered. Completing a standards-based extension activity. That sounds like a great center activity. So there are so many ways that you can make this work in your classroom. Crystal asks, how long does it usually take to do each of the days? So Crystal, when I'm introducing this at the beginning of the year, I will traditionally use it as my instruction in my reading block for the day. So I'll do close reading as my mini lessons when I'm trying to introduce this skill with my kiddos. But then after I have introduced the skill, they've done a few in that structure with me and they're becoming really familiar with what it's going to take for them as readers to do this, it can then become a much more independent task and it becomes much, much quicker for your students. All righty, so I do want to share, I told you I was going to talk about these. We have seasonal reading passages that are perfect for grades 3 and 4. I use the third grade ones in my classroom, and I will say they're probably, they would be challenging for second graders at the beginning of the year. They might be great extensions for really high achieving second graders towards the end of the year, but these would be challenging for second grade at the beginning of the year. I just saw a question about using them for fifth grades. I definitely think it could be a great, if you just do the August bundle, that could be a great resource to help you introduce this. And it would help you become familiar with the setup, the type of questions, the type of activities. But we are hoping to expand these in the future. We love being able to provide resources to all of our awesome teachers who are part of this community. So second grade and fifth grade will be coming in the future. Right now, we just have grades 3 and 4, but these bundles are awesome. So we have individual months of the year, but then we do have a full year-round bundle. And I love these. So each month includes 5 seasonal reading passages. And one of my favorite things about this, it scratches the holiday itch. I don't know about you, but if I can do anything with pumpkins in the entire month of October, I'm like, yes, sign me up. Thank you so much. These passages are high engagement, they're high interest, and students really, really get into the content. I also really love that they're very short and sweet. Each passage is only 1 page. So that means you can dig into the text. It's interesting content for students. It's relevant to the time of year you're using it. And it's not going to take you 3 days to do your first 2 reads and annotations because it is a really student-friendly amount of text that you're working with. How much of the season is related to holidays? So Kimberly, there are holiday specific, but there's also time of year specific. So there's fall specific things in the fall month bundles. So that is something that is great question. Good to ask about. There's fiction and nonfiction ones included, which I really love because we can tie in so many standards that way. We include directions for how to mark up the text. Like I said, I print that guy out and use it as an anchor chart in my classroom. We include the comprehension questions. We include the standards-based reading activities. And there is a reading response activity. So you're getting 5 passages, 5 sets of questions, 5 reading activities, and 5 reading response activities in each month. There's anchor charts for teachers. There's printable anchor charts that are a great size to fit in a writing journal or a reading journal, and so much more. These are a fantastic resource. And I'm telling you, the engagement is there. They really, really enjoy it. So let's do a few more giveaways. And don't you worry, we are giving away some of our seasonal bundles. We are going to give away some of these bundles to you guys in the comments. So if that sounds like a resource that you want to use and you would love to have working for you, drop it in the comments because we have some goodies for you. All right, and our first winner today is going to be Heidi. Let me put myself back on screen so you guys can see the fun that is me popping balloons. Heidi teaches a 3rd and 4th grade combo. I mean, that sounds perfect. Let's see what we're going to set you up with today, Heidi. Oh, here we go. What we got? Heidi, congrats. We're going to set you up with a TPT gift card today. Make sure you email the team, Jamie at notsowimpyteacher.com, so they can set you up with your gift card. Congrats, Heidi. All righty, I'm looking for some more winners. I wish you guys could see this on my end. The comments like throw through so fast because y'all are simply the best. All right, we're going to see what we can give to Michelle. This is her first year in 3rd grade after teaching for 27 years. I have to tell you, Michelle, I teach 3rd grade. I love it. 3rd grade is so much fun, and 3rd graders are just, it's an awesome age. You're going to have a great year, and I'm excited to set you up with a prize today. Let's see what you're going to get, Michelle. I didn't hear that one land. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got. All right. Ooh, congrats, Michelle. You are going to be getting a bundle of the close read seasonal passages. And I'm telling you, for 3rd grade, they are perfect. Congrats, Michelle. Make sure you email the team, Jamie at notsowimpyteacher.com, and they will get you all set up. Congrats, Michelle. All right. Ooh, another 3rd and 4th. McKenna. That is such a cool combo. We don't have anything like that in my school. I think that's so much fun and a great way to support your kids. Let's see what prize you're going to get today, McKenna. Oh, it almost landed right on me and stayed. That would have been so convenient. One of my balloons has run away. We're going to have to get up and get that guy in just a second. Oh, perfect. McKenna, we're going to set you up today with the Close Read Seasonal Passages. I promise you're going to love these, and your students are going to love these, and they're going to be better readers. McKenna, make sure you email the team, Jamie at notsowimpyteacher.com, so we can set you up with those passages. Congrats, McKenna. All right, let's see who else. You guys are awesome. 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade. You guys are doing it all, which is fantastic. All right, our next winner is going to be Shasta Sterner, teaching 3rd grade. Congrats, Shasta. Let's see what we can give you. I was like, can you guys see all the balloon pieces? I wish you could see my floor. I'm going to need to vacuum after this. All right, Shasta, we're going to set you up with a TPT gift card. Email the team, Jamie at notsowimpyteacher.com, and they will get you all set up with your TPT gift card. Don't forget, our store is on sale until midnight tomorrow night, so midnight Thursday, 20% off. Might be a great time to use that gift card. Congrats, Shasta. All right, I have 2 more prizes to give today. 2 more prizes. Who else can we share the fun with? A lot of 3rd grade in here, guys. I'm loving it. I tell people I teach 3rd grade, and they're like, that makes sense. All right, Noreen said she would love to use this resource. Congrats, Noreen. You're a winner today. Let's see if that's what you're going to get in here. Oh, it went really far away. Hold, please. I'm trying to not unplug my microphone for you. Oh, and here's an opportunity to snag my other balloon. Here we go. Oh, this is fun. Y'all are the best. Oh, awesome, Noreen. You are the winner of the seasonal close read passages. Email the team, jamie@notsowimpyteacher.com, and they are going to set you up with that resource. And you're going to love it for your kiddos. You're going to absolutely love it. All right, I have room. I have one more balloon, one more faithful balloon. All right, who is it going to be? So many third, fourth splits. That's really cool. I would be interested in hearing more about like the logistics of that. Let's see who else. You guys are fabulous. Returning to fifth grade, fourth grade, fourth grade. All right. This is so hard to choose. Y'all are fabulous. All right, let's set up Tara because we're here for honesty. Definitely a skill she'd like to improve on. Fifth grade teacher, but working with lower ability students. Let's see what we're going to give you, Tara. All right. Ooh, landed on the bookshelf. Let's see what you're going to get. Tara, you're also going to get the seasonal close reading passages bundle. We love it. Make sure you email the team, jamie@notsowimpyteacher.com, so they can send you your prize. So much fun. Love getting to share resources and goodies with you guys. You guys see the balloon? It's stuck to the door. Cracking me up. All righty. I'm telling you, the birthday fun continues. If you didn't win a prize today, don't forget, we are still having our birthday sale. It's 20% off the entire store today and tomorrow. So zip on over to TPT to check out resources. And the seasonal close read passages are included in the sale. They are an awesome resource. I really do use them all the time in my third grade classroom. They're great. If you enjoyed this training, please don't forget to check out our other professional development courses. We have even more content for you. The Math Masterclass is brand new this summer. It is a fantastic class. I did it early in the summer, and I'm telling you, I was taking notes, and I'm like, this is what I do all day. I hang out with you guys, and I'm still taking notes on this because so much wisdom, so many great suggestions, ideas, tips, tricks. Love the Math Masterclass. If you go to notsowimpyteacher.com/awesome, that is how you can get signed up. We also have the Writing Masterclass. If you enjoyed all of our writing content last week, you can look into the Writing Masterclass because, again, even more content. I love it's because they're self-paced, they're quick videos. You're getting bonus resources and goodies by taking the courses. To sign up for the Writing Masterclass, it's notsowimpyteacher.com/yes. Another amazing PD opportunity. And don't forget, we are running the Not So Wimpy Teacher experience through the entire month of July. So we have more of these free trainings coming up too. Catherine says, have you already done the Not So Wimpy Reading Masterclass? We do not have a reading masterclass yet, but that might be on the list for the future. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? All right, bingo time. And then I'm going to hit some more questions for you guys about a close reading routine. Today's bingo word is growth. It's word number 2. If you need another bingo board or you don't have one at all, you can go to notsowimpyteacher.com/bingo to get set up with your board. And then after the live has ended, drop a picture in the comments of your bingo board. And if you have a bingo, the team is giving away more TPT gift cards to you guys. All righty. Make sure you're coming back to us tomorrow and Friday. Tomorrow we're talking about scheduling. And Friday we're going to be talking about batching our lesson plans. Both super helpful skills, especially now when you're starting to think about your school year and what that schedule's going to look like. Alrighty, guys, I'll stick around for a few minutes. I'm happy to answer questions for you. maybe help you brainstorm a little bit to make a close reading routine work in your classroom. Sarah asks, are there multiple skills per passage or just one? Sarah, what I have found is that the passages cover a variety of skills that'll be specific to the genre. So the fiction passages will focus more on fiction standards. So you're going to see questions about setting, character, mood, theme, whereas the nonfiction passages that are included as well in those monthly bundles or the year-long bundle, it'll be asking questions about the author's purpose or how they communicated the information, the text features. So multiple skills that are really specific to the genre and then the topic that they're working with. All right. Kathy says, do you use a notebook to put these passages in, or do you just use them as separate worksheets? I personally just take the copy hit, and I run them for my kiddos. I want them to be able to really dig in, and I like the printing them on a larger size piece of paper so they can see them a little more easily. I have done it both ways. I've done where like the passage is separate and then the questions are separate, but I've also done like a packet where it's like I'm printing front and back. So like on the front, you have the passage, on the back, you have your questions, on the next page, you have your activity, and then on the last page, you have your reading response. But if you want to work them into a notebook, totally could if that's easier storage for your kids. Most definitely. Let's see, any other questions? Would you say that the fourth grade close read is beginning of the year, middle of the year, end of the year reading levels? I think it depends on your kids. I think it's hard to say, like they'll be challenging for some of your students all year. And then you have some students who will really it'll be like that sweet spot for them in their reading level and their abilities that they can work in within that level of text. And then there's some students who they could even extend further with that level. I think it depends on your kiddos and where they're reading at. Can we use our card with bingo? Already on it again. Yes, we have so many people in the comments who are super close to a blackout where they have every single square filled in, which is awesome. Any other questions? Catch the replay tomorrow. Ashley, yes, if you want to catch the replay, they're always on Facebook and on YouTube on our YouTube playlist. What secret word number is that? Today's word was growth, and it was number 2. Any particular tools you recommend having for students? Stephanie, I love to use highlighters for my annotation days, and then I also really like the use of sticky notes. That's nice for students who need a little more space to write on, and they can put the sticky note physically in the passage if they're like writing notes or asking questions while they read on that second read when they're working through their annotations. Those are my 2 favorites. Recommend focusing on one skill per passage. Pamela, our passages really they lend themselves well to a variety of different skills, but there's nothing that says you can't choose one specific skill. It might be a great strategy if you're working on your characters and character traits unit to do a close read passage where it's all focusing on character specific standards. Will you ever have 6th grade resources for math? I'm not sure. Typically we focus on 2nd through 5th. How often are you doing close reading? Great question, Jen. This is something that I typically like to do at least 2 a month with my students, sometimes more. The passages are in our TPT store. Yes, Lori, and they are 20% off until midnight tomorrow night, midnight on Thursday. We do our close reading passages right now, Stacy, are just really best for 3rd and 4th grade, but in the future, we would love to have 2nd grade and 5th grade options as well. That'll be more specific for those grade levels reading needs. I think I'm seeing some of my questions twice. All righty. Are there fiction and nonfiction? Yes, Tiffany, there are fiction and nonfiction passages included in each monthly bundle. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Loved sharing prizes with you. And as always, love getting to talk with you guys and answer your questions. I hope that you can get a close reading routine working in your classroom. Last year was the first year I ran this routine with my kids, and I really felt like it made a difference for their ability to analyze a text and dig into a text. Thank you guys. As always, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. And we hope you have a not so wimpy day. Bye.